this thing's recording or not, but hopefully it is. I'm hoping the wind isn't affecting the microphone too much. Guys can hear me, I want to talk about all these guys that are complaining about the Dyna not being made any longer. These guys gotta get on this bike and ride it, because there's no comparison. Now, my Dyna Lowrider S had the carbon fiber wheels on it. I sold that bike, and the handling change when I put the carbon fiber wheels on was a major difference. Now, I'm having a little trouble getting the carbon fiber wheels on this bike because it's such a new model. But this thing literally hauls ass. Excuse my language. And it handles at least as good as the Lowrider S with the carbon fiber wheels, if not better. One thing it does do is soak up these bumps better than the Lowrider S. Now, I'm not bad-mouthing the Lowrider S. It's probably one of the best looking bikes there is. I call it the Sons of Anarchy bike. I'm happy I sold it to a close friend, and he's literally in love with it. So I'm hoping that when I put the carbon fiber wheels on this bike, I'm going to get that much better of a handling as I did on the Lowrider S. Time's going to tell. I really, really like this bike. Now, I'm an older man, and I got a couple comments about the pipes on the bike. And I just want to say that if I can get 122 horsepower with these pipes, that's more than I can handle on this thing. I mean, yeah, you could probably get more horsepower with different pipes, save a little weight, but I'm not into loud anymore. I mean, when I was younger, yeah, everything I had loud pipes, but now I just don't care for it any longer. So the bike has loosened up. When I did the first dyno tune, it came in at 117 horsepower and 119.5 pounds torque. But my mechanic, who's very knowledgeable and really knows that dyno, said the bike's too tight. So since then, I put on another 230 miles, and I can seriously feel the difference. It winds a lot faster, and I'm hoping when the carbon fiber wheels get here, the first thing we're going to do is run this thing with the stock wheels. So I don't know what mileage I'm going to have when these wheels show up, but I know it's going to be a lot looser than when I had that first dyno. I deleted the films on the tight dyno run because it really didn't make sense, and I didn't want to confuse it with when we see if there's any difference with those carbon fiber wheels on the bike. Now, on BST's website, they say put in these carbon fiber wheels on your motorcycle is the equivalent of 5 more horsepower. Now, I don't know if it's going to show up on the dyno or what it is, but I noticed that on the Lowrider S, the bike spooled up very fast because it's not having to turn those big gyroscopes of wheels. The other thing is, when you go into a turn, it just floats right into it and floats right out. Now, I had Pirelli Night Dragons on it, and they really are good tires. I mean, they really grip. And I'm not certain if I'm going to be able to get the Pirelli Night Dragons on this bike with the carbon fiber because they're a different size. Now, one of my commenters asked me if the wheels were going to be 17-inch, and I honestly can't say because I don't know how they're going to make them. They did measure the wheel, so I'm not sure what's going to happen there, but you guys will certainly find out when I get them. I had them put a clear coat that has gold tint in it to kind of match the heat shields on the exhaust. When we put these wheels on, we're going to change the calipers to the red calipers, and we're changing the steel discs to ceramic discs and the bearings to ceramic bearings. I noticed that on the they got a couple YouTubes showing these ceramic bearings where when you spin it, they spin for so long because there's literally no friction. So I think it's a combination of the carbon fiber wheels, the ceramic discs, and the ceramic bearings. Now, granted, it's not cheap, but after having that Lowrider S, yeah, this thing gets up to 100 lickety split. It's kind of spoiled me. The carbon fiber wheels, first thing I wanted for this bike were the wheels. And kind of broke my heart when I found out that BST didn't even make them. I said, what? Because they do make them for the previous Fat Bob. So I told Leif, I said, what are you talking about? On the website they show it. He goes, yeah, Arturo, that's for the old model. and the new wheels are completely different. So I guess, Lord willing, I'm going to have the very first set on this bike. This bike I'm not going to sell. This is my keeper. I've sold my CVO. I sold the Lowrider S. But this thing more than fulfills the joy of riding. Now, the reason I sold the CVO is because I'm an elderly man, and the weight was kind of getting to me. You know, if I leaned the bike too far over, or if I was parked on a slope where the bike was leaned over, I had to strain to stand it back up. Yes, the bike had the tour pack on the back, so that added to weight. Not only that, my CVO was the dual cool model, so it had the radiators, which adds a little more weight, and so does the tour pack. So you know, you're talking 930 pounds, or even close to 1,000. I don't know. I never weighed it, but okay. I don't know if you guys have seen that new Goldwing, but it certainly has caught my eye. Now with the Goldwing, the weight is way low. It's not like the Harley engine that's tall. So I know I'm going to get criticized for getting a Honda, but I love motorcycles. And I have a 1290 Super Duke that literally blows the door off of everything. Well, thank you, and I hope this video came out.